Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware. We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
First down throw for Prescott. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for Travis Kelsey last week. 6 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And that'll be incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott from the gun. And the Raiders have got him. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it? Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football. And old Mo is a very, very fickle man. And that is incomplete. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 18 carries, just shy of 140 yards and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. 11. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. First and goal at the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's brought down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On first down, Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow will throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, They knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first. You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Atkins. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding Hardman here over the middle. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow flushed out right. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Now Prescott. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great at things.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Here's Johnson again on second down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete here to Waller. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
11 MT.
On first down, it's Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down now, it's Allen, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Prescott's throw taken in by Cooper here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, You're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now Allen. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Oh, he fakes a spike. Flush to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
11 mighty.
Burrow on play action. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. From midfield now, Burrow escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run on first down. Allen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Yeah, he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. They'll run. This is Allen. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Prescott looks to throw on first. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing, Prescott. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not want. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Oh, what a move. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statistician.